10 minutes. I think they created it, destroyed. I am sorry. Okay, there's four kinds of potential energy. One is high, two chemical energy, three is which is stored chemical, which is stored in food. but it's like the energy of a moving thing, I think. It's our thoughts. So sunshine makes sense. Like, 我们就是我看的 energy. There are five. Electrical, sound, radiant, radiant, electricity, pollution, yeah, um, electrical, pollution, I wrote sugar. Yeah, well, for sugar. That makes sense. Should be opposite or a so 6 of plus 6 6 H2. Okay, so I did this wrong. It's okay. So the original equation 6 CO2 C6H12 O6 plus 6 O2. And then its opposite is cellular respiration, which the equation for that is C6H12 plus 6 O2 times 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O plus 18. I didn't call this part wrong, so I'm relying on my Google search. My Google search. Excuse me. Maybe. So plants, plants, fruit, eat those plants, release energy through cellular respiration. What is it? Percent transparency. That's a difference between and it should table and you can consider um, orders and seconds. Uh, detritively fours or whatever. Eat like force. Are like bacteria that what? It's just college questions for you. Oh, okay. I might. It says in entering all her grades, it says quarter credits. Do we just put 0.25? Does she just get one credit? How do we know how much credit she got for each of these classes? Does she have her transcript? Yeah, right here. So the transcript should say how many credits you got, like 0.25. This is just your school tool. How do you think we have to get your actual transcript? How do I get my actual transcript? We just asked the college counselor and she sent us an unofficial one. And okay. She did it like same day. Oh, okay. Then I can probably email her and get that pretty quickly. Yeah, because there's like small stuff like what level it's on and stuff that it's useful to have that that document, I think. Okay. I don't understand what do credits mean? So it's really just the credits are just like if it's a whole year course, so you might be able to just figure it out.
Yeah,
If it's a whole year course, it's 1 credit. If it's like if it's a half year course, it's half, but the PEs are all 0.25.
Yeah.
Actually, Coco, you can just send her a picture of your thing and she might be able to just crib off that. No, of your transcript. I'll go get it. Hang on.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you can definitely figure it out because it's just like 0.25 per quarter for everything except like the half year. Except for PE. But PE is 0.25. I don't know. I don't think she heard me. But also like even like every quarter it's just 0.25. Oh,
because there's a PE fall and a PE.
Yeah, those just both count as like half year courses for some reason.
Weird.
Wacko. Bro, why did they make this so confusing, bro?
Using her phone privileges.
I know. I'm taking advantage.
Wait, Coco, how's prison?
Horrible. I haven't been studying. I've just been staring at myself in the mirror and rearranging my desk.
Wow, you know what? Well, the funny thing is, Coco and I worked all day today on college.
We quite literally did. I didn't do college stuff. My mom's not letting me work on college because my grades are too bad right now.
Zelkita said Katie was a pleasure to have in class quarter 1 of freshman year.
Did that change? I bet, bro.
Big time.
Bro, Zelkita's my goat. I'm not even gonna lie.
She's low-key a diva.
Like, I fucked with her. I get why people didn't fuck with her, but I fucked with her. And she really, really liked... Oh, here comes Mom. She really liked me because I, like, sucked it.
Sorry, go ahead. Easily distracted.
Whoa, she might have clocked you.
I've got an electronic copy. Text me Katie's email address and I will send it to her.
Katie, what's your number?
14.
Okay. K814. 14.
I wonder if can't we get a transcript from like Naviance or something, or from?
I feel like most likely. Naviance. Naviance. What did I just call?
I should do that. Yeah, but not
right. Ooh, I don't think we were supposed to do this. Ellie posts. What? Sorry, I was talking to myself, low key, not you guys. Don't mind me. Just got some top from this stripper. Have you guys been locked in all evening?
No, she just went home.
Oh. From what? Soccer? Dude, if I did a sport, you would catch me failing all of my classes.
Oh, can I apply for scholarships after I've already applied to college?
I don't know. I'm not doing any scholarships.
I'm racking my brain, but I just don't know the answer to this one. You can.
Kristen says.
You can.
You can't. You can't.
What if I ask Jay Bliss?
Who's Jay Bliss?
Roomie's mom.
Oh. Blizzard? Glizzy? Glizzard?
The Blizzard's in town, bro. Like, Coco, you went there and did this for all 4 semesters. Or all 4 years. I mean.
Well, no, only 3. You don't have to do senior year. Well, you have to enter the classes, actually. Yikes. Big yikes. So much work. But like, just put on YouTube in the back. Like, if you try to do it in dead silence, it's like impossible. But if you've got a little show going on in the background, it's easy peasy.
Well, let's just bang it out. We'll just go through and then we'll get the quarters in.
Bang!
Is your mom gonna send me the thing?
Yeah, I assume so. You just sent her your email. Let me make sure I sent her the right email. Katie 14.
Alright.
Yep. Are you gonna go get to work?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Love you, bro. Bye.
Bye.
That was so fake. I love Katie, don't worry. Just exhausted. No. Okay. Let's watch TS.
Take it down. Take it down. Take it down. We need to go. Take it down. That doesn't represent me or what we need to be doing. Take it down. Take it down. send in groups. Slow down. Viera, take a look. Where's the country?
Welcome to my underworld. Shall we clean my room? At least we're in this together. Autumn, I only have one grade above a 90. And it's in gym. Bro, I can't. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. I think, okay, little introduction. So my mom takes my phone, right? You guys have seen her. And I'm left with my computer, which has Google and nothing else. So I have no social media except I can log into Twitter, which I do, and YouTube, and like anything else online. So I have ChatGPT. I usually use like YouTube. I try not to use ChatGPT. AO3, YouTube, and Twitter. And like YouTube is the main thing that I use. And like I've been like so bored and just like literally so unmotivated. And I'm like, okay, what would motivate me? Maybe if I had like an invisible person watching me, it would kind of help. And I could like mentally like do that. And I also just like, I don't know, I've been thinking about streaming a lot because of the speed meme. So I was like, okay, what if I just like live streamed randomly? And like, what if somebody came in and like we like became friends, or like I just thought, I'm just intrigued by it. Like it's such a insane concept, like opening up, like just being like live and complete strangers can watch you. Keyword can, not are, because ain't nobody watching. But that's okay. Like I still, I don't know. I like it for some reason. So I'm just gonna watch something and clean my room, and you guys can watch the process. You guys. There's two big fat zeros on my screen. And my screen. I'm watching myself. I think, is this my YouTube account? Okay, yeah, I'm like on my account from a different account. That is so trippy. That is so weird. Worst fear, probably someone I know finding this channel, but I don't know how they would because it's like a completely unrelated to me email. It's like I don't subscribe. I'm subscribed to a bunch of people. This looks interesting.
Making our science better really improves outcomes, and NCI designation will allow us to have the opportunity to do that.
So that's why I'm also like, you're raising these corner children with racist ideologies because their daddy's in Trumpy and doesn't believe in black people should have rights. Basically, that's how I look at you if you think black people shouldn't have rights. This is just like a video where I just talk about like different people that I've seen with atrocious men, and y'all still stay with them. So that's kind of a reflection of you. Just because they're your favorite creator, it's okay to still hold people accountable. Job everyone, welcome back. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about your partner is a reflection of you, also ignoring racist ideologies. So without further ado, let's get started. Quick disclaimer, I know in my last video I talked a little bit about these being my last sit-down video. I lied, so I actually do have to go and buy Final Cut Pro. My editing system, LumaFusion, simply cannot handle vlogs anymore and the amount of content that I put within those vlogs. If you know me, I'm a yapper and I love to yap, and so my vlogs are almost an hour and a half, 2 hours long with just the raw footage. My editing software cannot handle that, so I now have to go and buy Final Cut Pro, learn how to use that, and also try to figure out how to edit a video on there. That is why there's a sit-down video today, because I need the extra time to be able to learn that software, but also I don't want to be inconsistent, say that I'm taking a week off. I thought I would just sit down really quick and make a quick video and let that be the buffer while we wait on the Louisiana vlog. I promise it's still coming. It's not going to be anything too green, but I still want to upload that video because I did vlog it and I want to show off my sister's accomplishments. Anyways, so like I said, the main reason why I wanted to make this video is because I literally saw a girl make a TikTok where she talks about how a lot of women date these atrocious ass men, and yet we like to sit back and be like, no, it's okay, they're different, they're man, they're not the same. But when you really think about it, your partner is a reflection of you. I have the idea of a lot of the times we can go and mirror people to allow them to feel more comfortable around us, and a lot of people call this mirroring and masking, where it's like you're masking your own emotions to be able to mirror the person in front of you to make them feel more comfortable. So with saying that, I have just been thinking, and within her video, she was talking about Nara Smith specifically. And I know there's a lot of Nara Smith lovers. Way back then, I used to follow Nara and Lucky on my spam account just because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I am a white man's whore. Okay, I said it. But anyways, within that, I followed Lucky, and then I remember him having a kid, and then the woman was like way older than him, and all this. It was this whole thing, and then him and Nara started dating, and Nara was like 18, and I think Lucky was around the same age. Then they got married. Then they had a baby like right away. And then after that, it's kind of, they've grown. Nara has like grown her online presence more than Lucky, because what I remember is that it was always Lucky not being the forefront, but like they were obviously like a unit together, but they were both known for modeling. And then that's when Nara took like the step, because she said that like her eczema got really bad, which is why she started making everything from scratch. And then she just started filming and posting and all this other stuff. That's not what we're talking about in today's video. What we're talking about is people's ideologies and the people that they are with, and they want to act like they don't have the same ideologies, but you're with that person. So I'm kind of like side-eyeing you, like what do you mean you don't have the same ideas as him? You're married to him.
That post that I made about Nara the other day made me realize that a lot of people can't identify dog whistles and very big red flags that be right the fuck in your face. She's telling us that she isn't a Mormon. Her husband is a Mormon. His whole family is a Mormon. She's married to him, raising children with him, keeps procreating with him. And he's a Trump supporter. Y'all think that she doesn't share those ideologies too? For real? Like, seriously? You genuinely believe that she's comfortable marrying a man who's a Trump supporter and a Mormon, but doesn't share any of those ideologies at all? Okay, you fucking idiot. If a lady is married to a man who is a racist, a bigot, a homophobe, a Trump supporter, any of the isms, it's because she shares those ideologies too. She may not be as vocal about it, but best believe behind closed doors, them niggas is laughing in your face, calling you the hard fucking ER. As a kid, you learn that saying actions speak louder than words. Her actions are showing us stuff that's very concerning, and that's why I'm talking about it, because it's fucking concerning. Diddy also told us that he was a good man, and he was rubbing other men's sperm on his nipples after beating the shit out of his women and making them have sex with other men. I need y'all to wake the fuck up. That's why y'all think that Sydney Sweeney ad is a eugenics, because y'all can't identify dog whistles that are right the fuck in your face. Again, her husband is a Mormon and a Trump supporter, and she's willing to procreate with him and marry him. Why would you not think that she's also a Trump supporter Mormon? Okay, the actions are right there in our face. Even when they try to put the pretty little packaging on it, it's still there in our face. That's why people call it out. That's why people will continue to call it out, because it's weird. That post that I made about Nara,
like I said, Nara and Lucky met when she was around 18, got married when she was 18, and then had her first child around 19, I'm pretty sure. And to me, I'm just like, that is like early to be having kids. But you know what? When you're well off, when you have the money to raise them children the way that you want them, by all means. The part that I have something to say about it is Nara claims she's not Mormon, but Lucky is Mormon. What do we know about Mormons? They're usually Republicans. What do we know about Republicans? They usually vote for Trump. Within at least my years of, going to school and Trump's presidency and all that other stuff, a lot of the times Utah Republicans and people within that realm vote for Trump. So it's saying that everybody, obviously during the election, we kind of found out people's true colors, who people were voting for, etc. Within this, we found out obviously Lucky was a Trump supporter and he's a Mormon. So we don't really put it past him. Where I think a lot of people's hearts were broken is when they found out that, Nara, you're married to that man. You're married to a white man, loves to have that toothpick in his mouth like he's in the fucking 50s and 60s again. So it kind of makes sense on why and who he voted for. We know what time period he wants to go back. Nara, I understand that you are biracial, and this is also what I be talking about. It's very different when it's biracial people who are of like different races rather than the one drop rule like it is here in America. But at the same time, like Nara presents black. You obviously know by the one drop rule, you're going to be called black. Nara presents black. But a lot of the times, she only talks about like her German heritage, which I get it. She grew up in Germany, so obviously why wouldn't she? But you don't really see her talk a lot about like her South African side. And so that's where I'm just like, interesting, you're only talking about your white side. And you know what? She may not have grown up with her South African side. Completely understandable. But like I say, even like the children that she's bringing into this world, she's bringing in quadroon children into this world. If y'all are like, what the fuck is a quadroon? Back then, quadroon was used as a racist remark to refer to people as 1/4 black and the rest white. So obviously, it was saying that quad means 4. So 1/4 of, they were just making shit up back then. And then there's like an octoroon and all that other stuff. But her children are quadroon. I know that sounds so bad, but it's the truth. Her children are quadroons. They have a quarter black in them. Before, from when they were posting their children to now when they're not, they have blue eyes and colored hair. Obviously, they present like they have some type of black in them, but genuinely, they look white passing. So that's where I'm also like, you're raising these quarter black children with racist ideologies because their daddy's a Trumpy and doesn't believe in black people should have rights, basically. That's how I look at you, you're a Trumpy. You think black people shouldn't have rights, or anyone other than white people, because white supremacy is running deep right now. But with saying that, it's like you're with someone who's a person of color, you have children who are people of color, but you don't support people of color. Like, it's not adding up to me. I don't understand white men who go out and do that, because you already don't like us black people, so why are you procreating with black people when they're going to be black? Like I said, it reminds me of that one TikTok I made that got taken down for hate speech because people were so butthurt when I said me choosing to have children with a white person so there's less of them. Yes, that's how the one drop rule works. So me joking like that, it was just like a joke, but this is actually what's happening in real life. It's also like, I'm so sick of Nara saying, I'm not Mormon, but your husband is. And like, I get you can be like loosely Mormon, but we've all seen Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. We've seen what the fuck they be doing. It doesn't very seem holy and Mormon culture and all that stuff, and I get it. But at the same time, it's like, I thought when you're married and you're Mormon, especially the man, if you're marrying a Mormon man, don't you have to convert? Don't you have to, like, I just don't understand how that works. And even then, if you say that you're not Mormon, you are still with a man that has racist ideologies. Like, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? What's not clicking? What's not clicking? It's not clocking to you. Okay, I have 2 different things. I love the what's not clicking? What's not clicking? And then that New York small thing, they were just like, what's not clicking? And then also, it's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. Those are my 2 little stems. I had to say that real quick because I'm like, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? She's also on her 4th birth in 5 years. Nara became a stepmommy at 18. Then she got pregnant, like a year later or whatever, had her daughter Rumple. And then after that, they just kept having kids back to back to back. It was Slim Easy. Now it's Whimsy Lou. Now there's the 4th child. We don't know what the gender is, but who knows what name it's going to be. But at the same time, that is typically in Mormon fashion how Mormon people have kids. How do I know this? I used to oddly have a weird obsession with the FLDS church and also the show Escaping Polygamy. If you don't know what the FLDS church is, it is the Fort Lauderdale Saints of Jesus Christ or something like that. And it is like they're similar to Amish people, but not really. But they marry multiple people. They have hella fucking kids. People are marrying their first cousins and like arranged marriages and all that type of shit, right? So that's where I'm like, I kind of see the same patterns of the FLDS church and Escaping Polygamy. Who the main part of Escaping Polygamy was Mormonism, and that is what they were escaping because a lot of the people didn't want to be married to whoever and be the 4th, 5th, 6th wife, and also they were marrying children. So that's where I'm just like, keep that white shit away from me, for real. I also don't want to skip over the fact that Nara Smith was proven to be taking inspo from that South African TikToker. I think her name was like Unze. I'll put the name on the screen because I don't want to butcher it.
You hear the story about how Nara Smith is being accused of stealing content ideas from a smaller creator? This is the inspiration for Nara Smith's content. Oneswa is a creator out of South Africa. She makes home fresh meals that she sources from her own farm. And she has a beautiful aesthetic, a beautiful voice, and a nice, calm, relaxing demeanor, just like Nara Smith. Well, 2 creators with similar content can exist in this world, but the problem came when Oneswa claimed that she was no longer making content because Nara Smith continues to copy her content ideas. Of course, the backlash was swift against Oneswa because everybody's a Nara Smith fan. Could Nara Smith be the type of person who would steal another creator's content ideas? Most people don't believe that. But this creator had a perspective that might make you change your mind.
I see the conversation that's being had on social media, and I'm really disappointed because the points that people that are in defense of Nara Smith are saying, Onoswa's a nobody. Onoswa does not have the following that Nara Smith has. Onoswa is ugly. Why would Nara Smith ever steal from Onoswa? Who do you think you are? Basically saying that Onoswa's a nobody and that Nara Smith would never do something like that, which is crazy to me. Because have you guys never picked up a fucking history book? This is what people do who have affluence, but don't have the skill or the innovation or the wherewithal to sit and come up with ideas on their own. They steal from others. I think because Nara Smith is this light-skinned woman who's living overseas and she's married to this white man and she looks put up and the aesthetic is beautiful, that she would never steal from somebody who has a farm living in South Africa like Onoswa. It's crazy to me. That's the point. She knows that you would think that, so she can get away with it.
Could Nara Smith be that unimaginative that she can't come up with her own content ideas? Well, Nara Smith says she doesn't even know this creator. The internet came up with receipts that show otherwise. In this comment, Nara wrote, "I've never seen her videos, nor do I follow her. I'm not the first or last person to make boba." But someone found a comment she wrote before that said, "I'm so sorry you have to deal with these comments. Your content is so inspiring." Nara Smith wrote that to Oneswa. Most entertainers put on a facade. There's nothing new to the creative world. But this isn't the first time that Nara Smith has been caught in a lie. When Nara and her husband shared their How We Met story on YouTube, she was pretending to be something she's not, and her husband called her out.
When I heard her voice, I was like, wow.
Yeah, because I never heard your voice before.
No, you have. Oh, she has. She's scoured the internet for videos that you trust.
But consider the source. It's Oneswa. It's a vibe that inspires the vibe that we all love.
Hi, I'm Oneswa, and I make music and items that have grown, raised, or flourished.
Okay, I'm bored of this video now. It was interesting, but I don't know, my attention span. Why I quit teaching, it almost killed me. Ooh, that looks cool. Why the Ivy League controls America.
Is anything original? Is everything derivative? And is fan fiction ethical? If you're chronically online like me, then you've probably seen a bunch of people on TikTok, BookTok, crying over a 1,000-page book called Alchemized by Sen Lin Yu. Now, people crying on BookTok is nothing new, but Alchemized happens to be the traditionally published version of what was originally a Harry Potter fanfic, specifically for the ship Hermione. The fic was called Manacled, and it was published by Sen Lin Yu over the course of a few years from 2018, as they wrote the fic on the notes app of their phone as they took care of their child. Manacled went on to be published in 19 different languages and became one of the most popular fanfictions on AO3 or Archive of Our Own, which is one of the biggest fanfiction platforms. Now, the concept of fanfiction getting traditionally published by a Big Five publisher is nothing new. We've seen it happen multiple times before. You've seen it with 50 Shades of Grey, and we've also seen it recently with a few other Hermione fanfics that were published as traditionally published books. One was Rose in Chains by Julie Soto, and the other was The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. Now, what's been curious about this whole situation is the public response to Alchemized versus all of these other fanfictions, especially the last two that came out. There was a lot of public outrage over the fact that these fanfictions were based off of a very problematic source work, Harry Potter, which is by a very problematic author, J.K. Rowling, actually a awful human being in general, to the point where Julie Soto had to remove herself from a convention because of all of the backlash. And in the midst of this, I've been trying to figure out what the difference is between Alchemized and these other fanfics that everyone has been up in arms about. But with that question, we also get the idea of, is fanfiction in general, a good thing? Is it ethical? What makes it different from something like a retelling? Something that's also a derivative work, but that is seemingly accepted in social culture, even to the point where books like James by Percival Everett is getting a Pulitzer Prize, but everyone is frowning upon fanfiction. Well, that's what I'm going to explain today, and also just give you my general thoughts and discussion on this topic on fanfiction, if anything is original, is publishing a Harry Potter fanfic supporting J.K. Rowling, but I think we need to start at the beginning by defining some of these terms and understanding some legal terms that really are the difference between fanfiction and something that's simply a retelling. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jenny, and this is my channel, The Story Ain't Over, where I try to give you as many diverse book recommendations as I can that are by BIPOC and marginalized authors. And every now and then I do some discussion videos like this one, where I give you all of my unfiltered, honest opinions. So with that said, go hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get into the video. Okay, we're going to start by defining some legal terms. So the first one that we need to know is intellectual property. Intellectual property is a category of property that includes intangible creations of the human intellect. There are many types of intellectual property, and some countries recognize more than others. The best known types are patents, copyrights, trademarks, and trade secrets. What does this mean? Essentially, intellectual property means that you are able to claim something that you have created from your mind, from your intellect, as something that you own. And therefore, someone would have to obtain legal permission to use, quote, or reference those works. Very often you copyright something so that no one else can make money off of it. Now, we also have a legal category called public domain. Public domain consists of all the creative work to which no exclusive intellectual property rights apply. Those rights may have expired, been forfeited, expressly waived, or may be inapplicable, because no one holds the exclusive rights. Anyone can legally use or reference those works without permission. All of us are pretty familiar with public domain works. They're usually works that are very old because they existed before copyright existed, but there are some that are a little bit more recent that have only lapsed into public domain recently. One really good example of that is The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby was published in 1925, and the author died in 1940. Now, why is The Great Gatsby special? Well, because it's one of those works that's very popular, has been taught in schools, and that, off the top of your mind, you might think is public domain or has always been in public domain, but actually it wasn't. The Great Gatsby was affected by something called the CTEA, which is the Copyright Term Extension Act that was passed in 1998. Essentially, the U.S. Congress, this is the U.S., and copyright laws are different across different countries, but the U.S. Congress passed this act to extend the term of protection for many copyrighted works. So for many years, there were a lot of works that would have lapsed into public domain, but because of the Extension Act, they were kind of like put on hold. They had an extension, and so they only recently became public domain. And The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald was one of these works. And so because of this situation, The Great Gatsby only lapsed into public domain on January 1st, 2021, which is only 4 years ago. Now, the reason I mentioned The Great Gatsby is because it's a perfect example of the gray area of copyright laws and of our social expectations when it comes to what makes something a fan fiction, something that you cannot monetize in its current original form, and something like a retelling more defined queer element to it. Now, both of these works are very much essentially retelling, and they're absolutely intertwined with works that exist in the public domain. Now, when we get to The Great Gatsby, in recent years, you've probably noticed a lot of retellings coming out. One that I read recently and absolutely adored was Little Heavens by K.M. Fajardo. This is a cyberpunk 2075 retelling of The Great Gatsby with more queer elements to it, and it was absolutely fabulous. But the thing about Little Heavens that's really interesting is that had the author tried to get it published before 2021, they would not have been able to, simply because The Great Gatsby was still copyrighted. It was still protected under the term of protection from its original copyright. And so therefore you could not traditionally publish or monetize a story that referenced or took parts from the original text. And had that story existed prior to 2021, then maybe the author might have posted it on fanfiction.net or on AO3 as a fanfiction. Because at that point that's the only place it could exist, because fanfiction is this beautiful little space that is not monetized. It is a space where writers can play with a story that is copyrighted and exercise their writing muscles and build an audience. But the limitation of fanfiction is that it is this vulnerable space that exists between copyright laws. Now, because it's past 2021, The Great Gatsby has lapsed into public domain. And so any retelling or work that references it or is inspired by it, having the character names and that kind of thing, all those works are allowed to exist legally and can be monetized, and the authors can make money off of it, and it is somehow socially accepted. Now, you could argue that the whole possibility of retelling versus fanfiction is also related to the public consciousness and the idea that a lot of public domain works, the reason that they left the public domain is because a lot of time has passed, decades have passed, a whole lifetime has passed since the work and so it's although The Great Gatsby is this great classic, there is this big emotional investment to the work, and a lot of the people that were around when it was first published are simply gone now. So now we know what intellectual property is, what public domain is, and what's covered under copyright and fodder, which is the basis and the fandom that these fanfictions have been written about and inspired by. Harry Potter was written by J.K. Rowling, and she's still alive.
Oh, by tea. It's tea time. And
My Korean friend told me to try this, and she literally has perfect skin, so here goes nothing. You see these nasty.
You can't let the F boy F up my nice vibe. Yo, Ariana, come let me get you a high five. The light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole. The light is coming to give.
Pop my butt, pop my butt. Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? You know what that meant? It meant a whip. Pop my butt, pop my butt. Pop my butt, pop my butt. Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? Do you know what that meant? It meant a whip. Pop my butt, pop my butt. Do you know what pop my butt meant to Harriet Tubman? You know what that meant? It meant a whip. Pop my butt.
I stole the paper from, okay? I'm about to go on live and I'm gonna do deals and I'm gonna do flash stuff. Jamaica, they're trapped out in Jamaica, they can't even party. Sorry, I haven't been myself. Someone's got me down. What it is, I cannot tell. So unfair. Jamaica, they're trapped out in Jamaica, they security check them for doing this. No, for real. You're $200.
Oh, these cunts keep stealing my freaking reposts. Guys, I promise that I'm TikToker. Oh wait. Goodbye, Papa, please pray for me. I'm sending my Snapchat. Should I make a YouTube video? I don't know what it would be about. I think my first YouTube video is going to be reacting to my college acceptances. Okay, let's keep studying. I can check clean room off of my to-do list. Okay, so I have gov hours, which obviously I can't do till next week. College essay, APES study, and learning product 5. So I can do those today. Maybe I'll do like APES. I don't freaking know. Okay, but let's at least do my APES studying tonight so that tomorrow will be review. I hear my mom yapping at someone downstairs. It's Dot. I can tell. Took me a second, but I can tell. Yeah, locked it. I can tell it's a Dot because Mom doesn't talk that much because Dot talks so much. I wonder what they're talking about. I haven't seen Dot and Cleo in like a hot second. I miss my poo-poos. Goodbye, Papa, please pray for me. Okay, and I have to remember to talk to Miss Erickson tomorrow. I'm so stressed out. Also, I probably won't be allowed to go out tomorrow on Halloween. So that's great. 4 mails in my mailbox. Vassar, SUNY free application, financial aid, scholarships, SUNY Yes We Go, senior supplying EDR. Bitches say shit and they ain't saying nothing. Oh, my GPA is so bad. This is not okay. It's fine, actually. Okay, so I just need to like rationalize this in my head. So, oops. So we're gonna go through my grades and try to make myself feel better because talking it out will help me, hopefully. Okay, AP Environmental Science, I have an 87.3. But if we go here and then we go to the grade calculator, I can figure out my actual grade, which is going to be higher. Oops. At least it should be. Obviously, if I do good on the learning product or not will affect this, so I better do fucking good. Do good, you fucking idiot. If you don't do good, I'm gonna kill you. LOL, holy crash out. Okay. So, learning process, I have an 88. Learning process average, 88. Learning demonstration average, 80. And learning product, 93.33. So that's actually gone down. So my grade actually might go down. Oh, my total average is an 89.9. So my actual grade is a 94.99. So I'm fine in APES. As long as I do well on this learning demonstration. Okay. Oh, wait, no, it's an 87.3. 93.65. Still fine. Okay, AP Lit, I have an 89.98. So that's still a 90. So like I'm fine. But I'm also going to let me write that down. Okay, I have to do my lit essay corrections, and once I do essay corrections, that grade should go up because I got like an 87 on the essay. Hopefully, I can correct it to 100. AP Psych, I have an 85. There's no saving me. I'm done. PE, 100. Okay, Gov, I right now have an 84. That's because I have a missing assignment for my community service hours, but I'm going to do them next week, so I'll be able to turn that in time. And yeah, so that should go up. Calculus, I have an 82. That's also cooked, but like the colleges should know that I'm bad at math. Like if I've never gotten over 100 in math, or I did in geometry and algebra 1, but like those were easy. So like algebra 2 pre-calc, like I'm consistently like 80. I think I got an 83 in algebra 2 and like an 86 in pre-calc. So like and this is an AP math class, so it should be fine. Okay, so that means I'm only gonna end with 2 80s and 4 90 plus for quarter 1. So if I can somehow cook in quarter 2, I don't know. This is so horrible. At least I don't have the ACT hanging over my head anymore. TS is actually not okay. Okay. We're getting rid of that. And we're gonna study instead of sulking and fucking being a little baby. Okay? Okay. Good. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Fuck my stupid chungus life. Hey, I've been live for 2 hours now. Let's say we're viewers. Oh my god, that's so embarrassing. How do I get viewers? Like, I want like one person to be watching. Actually, that'd be creepy. Like, I'm kind of glad I have viewers. Let's keep the stream going. Let's go until I fall asleep. Why not? Should I go all night? No, that's weird. What if I like? I don't know. That's weird. I said, bitch, say shit. Aw, oh my god, I met this girl. I met this girl at Model UN, and she's actually so gorgeous. how the fuck is that fair? And she's like so sweet. Like, okay, this is something I was thinking about. I saw this TikTok video and it was like, you can tell when people have a pure soul. And like, Olivia has a pure soul. Olivia from Model UN. And I had like, dude, I had the craziest fucking like panic attack thing the other day while I was, I just had this, and I've never had it before. I low-key think it was an ego death. Like, I know I think that's only supposed to be for when you're on like, which I haven't done. But like, I swear that's the only way I could have described it. Like, literally just sitting there like, wow, I definitely think I'm like special, right? Everyone thinks they're special at some point. Like, you think like, I don't know, you're at the center of your own life. So, of course, like, you think you're the center of the world, and like, obviously, like, everyone like knows realistically that's not the case, but like, everyone knows realistically that that's not the case, but they can't help believe that it is. So, like, but while I was just thinking like, I think I'm a good person, but mentally in my brain, like, sometimes I do not act like it. And I was like just talking recently to my friend, low-key, can I name drop? There's 0 viewers, so it doesn't matter. To my friend Selena about this fight that she had recently gotten in with her 3 friends. Not fight is like the wrong word, but like, they kind of had a friendship breakup. Selena and this girl B, Lula, and Sadie. And I was talking to her, and it was like, she felt like they didn't appreciate her as friends, so she pulled back and they didn't reach out, which made her feel like hurt and like upset, because these were her friends that had been her friends for all of high school. And like, my personal feelings on it, I think Selena is super fucking ambitious in a good way. Like, she wants to have the perfect life. Who doesn't? I do too. I think we're super alike in that way. But I think like, she wanted friendships on a level that like Lula, B, and Sadie couldn't offer. Because like, everyone has different levels of friendship that they obtain. Like me, with my like 5 closest friends, those are my sisters. Like, those are my, like, you know, we do like everything together, whatever. And I feel like, obviously, like, they all still care for each other. But I think like, that specific group of people, none of them are like sisters on the level that I am. And I think Selena wanted that. And I also think like, obviously, Lula and B are like besties, and like, I'm sure like they excluded Selena sometimes from the dynamic. Anyways, I'm not talking about if anyone is in the right or the wrong right now. But during that conversation, I was talking to Selena about it because she's my friend and I don't really know the other girls. But I was thinking, and I was like, yeah, like, oh, okay, honestly, I do kind of think like they definitely excluded Selena a little bit. And I also think one of the girls, who I won't say who, even though I have 0 viewers and this literally does not matter. But one of the girls, like, I know for a fact that she's like said some mean stuff about people, about like girls, and like, maybe sometimes she strays into the realm of being a pick-me, which I don't know. I don't know her personally, but like, one of my closest friends has told me some stories that like, you know, I'm kind of like, okay, maybe this is not maybe a person I want to be close with. And then I was talking about another girl in that group, and I was saying like, yeah, like, obviously this one girl has done some fucked shit, and like, that is another reason for you to distance yourself from her. But like, this one other girl in the group, like, she is such an enabler of that girl, and like, she's such an enabler, and like, she kind of gets out of it like on the good side, because she like, behind the girl that she enables is back, she'll be like, yeah, like, I guess that was wrong, but like, does this make sense? And then I was thinking about it, and I'm like, And I was saying, like, that's, like, almost worse because, like, at least the mean girl has, like, the guts to be kinda mean to your face. And it's not like the other girl isn't being mean. It's honestly, like, the fact that she thinks she's a good person is frustrating because she is enabling this behavior because she likes the perks that come with it. And as I was saying that, I was like, I'm literally describing myself. Like, in my brain, does everyone do this? Like, does everyone think they, like, mentally have this kind of moral high ground? Like, I think I'm a good person. I think I have all the right political views, you know, like, I think I do what I can for people. I think I'm empathetic. But, like, yes, like, I am. It was just those were the doubts I was having during the ego death. And, like, I honestly think it was really good for me because, like, I think this happened last year too a little bit. Like, last year, there was a point where there were some girls that had been, like, pretty shitty to me in the past, like, both explicitly and in the way where I could just tell that, like, they didn't respect me and they didn't, they didn't want my friendship. It was just convenient for them, if that makes sense. And but, like, I put up with them because they were good at points, and also, like, I had friends that were close with them. And then, like, one of them did something, like, kind of bad to me, and then, like, these girls that I was close with, that the girl that did something bad to me really wanted to be friends with. And, like, bad, it wasn't horrible. It was just, like, a bit bitchy. And she said, like, a bad thing about me to the girls that I was friends with and she was also friends with. And they came and told me, and they were kind of on my team. And, like, that sort of led to a chain reaction of events of people not wanting to be as close with the girl that said something mean about me. And while this was going on, I was, like, sickeningly, like, happy. Like, I was like, and I justified that happiness. I was like, of course I'm gonna feel happy. Like, this girl did something bad to me, and, like, I don't think she really cares about me, and, like, we don't have any sort of, like, loyalty or trust between us, you know? Like, so I was just kind of like, I guess it made me feel powerful. I don't even know. It's just like this weird shit. I was having all of those thoughts in school. Well, after fucking, like, having a panic attack. I don't even know. That was not a good day. My God, that's so actually goofy. But, like, I'm fine now, but I was actually geeking out. I was just like, I'm such a horrible person. All of this shit is gonna catch up with me. Like, I'm gonna get my comeuppance. And then I was like, and then I was like, you know what? The fact that I'm having these thoughts at all means that I'm probably not a bad person. Walk with me here. Wait, this is gonna be such a funny. If anyone ever watches this, they're gonna see my evolution because I'm, like, dead silent at the beginning of this video, and now, obviously. Okay, wait, let's get back to studying and use this, like, weird parasocial relationship I have with this camera to, like, be productive. All my life. Bro, Autumn won't fucking text me because she's playing video games. I feel so neglected. This is how girlfriends feel when their boyfriend is on the game all night. I want to get... Dude, I need to get good at video games. I know I'd like them. Well, like, I have a PS4, but it's like... I'm not enjoying it to its fullest extent. I played The Last of Us all the way through. I've played like a few games, but it was never like guys are insanely and girls, it's whoa sexist and on like live streaming, which is where like gaming sexism is actually crazy, like an issue. Sorry to all my female streamers. I know more guys personally on average that are addicted to video games, not just like play, but are addicted to like non-mobile and mobile video games. Don't cancel me, my 0 viewers. I wonder if my mom can hear me as like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? Anyways, let me do my work. Fuck, bitch. Ooh, good time for a review. First law of thermodynamics. No energy can be created or destroyed, only transferred. Second law of thermodynamics. Energy is constantly being lost as heat. This is entropy lost. Potential energy is the energy of position or stored energy. Yes. First form is chemical bond. Second form is nuclear. What the hell? I'm confusing myself. Nuclear, stored in the nucleus. Third is gravitational, height. And fourth, mechanical, tension. Nailed it. Okay, next is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is the energy of motion. No. Kinetic energy is like waves. Motion of waves, electrons, atoms, molecules, substances. So, like, it kind of is the motion. It's the energy of motion. But there also is motion as one. Okay, let's just name them. Let's attempt to name them. Sound. Radiation. Sound is like, I mean, I'm doing it right now. Radiation is like light, sunlight. Electrical is in electrons. Electrons usually moving through a wire, but it can also be lightning. Yikes. I know I can name more. Radiation. Oh, motion. No. Okay. Radiant, thermal, heat. Doi. Oh, motion. So I only didn't get thermal. Okay. I can work with this. Photosynthesis and cellular respiration. No. Formula for photosynthesis. 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O arrow C6H12O6 plus 6 O2. That's photosynthesis. And cellular respiration. Oh, wait, I can't look. C6H12O6 plus 6 H2O arrow C6CO2 plus 6 H2O plus ATP energy. Nope, that and the key isn't right. I'm right. Not related to each other, I know that. Okay, skipping all of this. Areas in a food chain are transfer energy. Difference between detritivores. And decomposers. Detritivores eat like dead animal and like leaf litter and stuff. They eat it. And decomposers, break it down. Ew. There's like a white thing on my tongue when I stuck it out. TMI? Yeah. Okay, it was just like a like, okay, stop. um, period. Guys, this is a video. Actually, I don't want to say that, but period. Just know I agree with this video. Bro, Autumn freaking lost her 200-day streak. So pissed. Remember when you lost our 200-day streak? Type away, little mouse. Don't think I'll ever forgive you for your transgressions. God, she's so funny. Today, some days she gets on my nerves, but who doesn't? There's not a single person in the world who doesn't get on my nerves some days. Decomposers, worms, ditch herbivores, funguses, and bacteria. Describe an ecological period of numbers. Pyramid of numbers. Bruh. This shit is so long. Don't even play with me right now, bro. Okay. Period of biomass. How much biomass in an ecological pyramid? Freaking easy. Pyramid of energy. Is this the transverse one? Ooh. Okay, I low-key feel complete with my studying. Wait, let's go over the energies real quick. Potential energy, energy of position, stored energy, forms, nuclear, chemical, mechanical, and nuclear, gravitational. Okay, kinetic energy, the energy of motion of like waves, atoms, electrons, particles. Okay, let's do this. Okay, electrical energy. I forget like the electric, thermal, sound, motion, and radiant. Hey. Okay, so I've studied the two learning demonstrations. I wonder if I have to. Let's just hope not. Now the sky's open. What?
Your slave isn't allowed in here. This car's for whites only. But she's not my slave.
It's a movie clip.
If you don't get that filthy colored thing out of this car, I'll throw you and it off at the next stop. You owe my daughter an apology. Divine tells us to treat all children as our own. Don't be picking any will ever be my child.
We don't know who that is. John Brown. Trying to get us on shot?
I am so sorry, Mr. Brown. This is my daughter, Henrietta Hawkins. Mr. Hawkins, you will not be disturbed again on your travels, sir. It's no problem. I'll apologize to my daughter. I'm sorry to hear that.
You're addressing a young woman.
I'm very sorry for bothering you, Mr. Hawkins.
It's a tough edit. I'm going to.
Your slave isn't allowed in here. This car's for white. It's only, but she's not my slave. She's my daughter. If you don't get most people don't know about pride.
Bro, I had the perfect person to send this video to, but he has rape accusations, and I'm like, I heard them from a reliable source, so no, fuck him. But before I knew, he told me something that made the video just like perfect to send. Does that make sense? Okay, stop it. Lock it.
What happened to my arm? I'm just pussy. I'm just fragile. Okay, all sides of understand is accepted. I don't understand anymore.
What's up? It's like a video, like.
A lemon? Okay. And I have light bulbs, so.
Okay. You can start.
Okay. Drop the lemon on the counter.
Do you mean on the table?
Yeah. I feel like that's too heavy to be a lemon.
We had a fucking lemon.
Yeah, I hear.
Okay. You want that? You want that? You like this? I like this. I'll do this one. Just I'll do this.
All right, here's the first one.
Okay. You know. I think they have this. It's somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Roll the lemon across the table.
Okay.
That is way too heavy to be lemon. I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. Your turn.
Drop the light bulb.
Well, I don't want it to break.
Yeah, just like it doesn't do every night. There should be a light bulb. Okay. Your turn.
Okay. Squeeze the lemon.
Why?
Yeah.
And what? Anything else?
Yeah, squeeze the lemon. You can put the table.
But like, how is that like that?
Like, I'm gonna squeeze the lemon.
Okay. Which one?
Okay. All right, your turn.
Okay, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll it. That is on my go.
Okay.
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 Is it good right now?
Yeah. Okay, you can tell me what you're like.
I think you're right. That's so close to my go. You think I'm gonna do it?
Okay, you're fine. Yeah,
Are you gonna like it?
yeah, it's not lemon.
Okay. I'm gonna say it was like that.
You think so?
Yeah. What do you say, my ass?
I'm gonna say yours is. I don't know. Something heavier. I don't know.
Hey. Okay, wait. I need to Sorry, I had to mute for privacy reasons to talk to Ada. Obviously left. Hello. God, this girl's doing fucking annoying ass kissy face in every photo.
To escape Jason's pursuit, I switched clothes in a flash, quick and smooth like a magic trick. As I passed an old woman, I tore off her scarf and wrapped it around my head. Then I scraped some paint from the wall, smeared it on my lips, and rubbed blood from a bush onto my eyes. A full disguise. I thought I was safe, but Jason was still on my trail. He asked the old woman if she'd seen a woman in a dress. Unsure, she just pointed somewhere random, sending him the wrong way. When he was about to give up, he spotted a beggar by the road, and a plan formed instantly. I, thinking I'd gotten away, headed home relieved. Then I saw that same beggar, and out of pity, tore off $100 bill and handed it to him. Suddenly, the beggar grabbed my hand. In that instant, I realized it was Jason. I tried to run, but he held me tight, dragging me into his car. I begged him to let me go, but he ignored me, forcing me inside. Thinking he finally caught me, Jason didn't notice. When I pulled out the key and locked the doors from inside, he froze, asking how I got the car key. I smirked. I taken it from his belt while pretending to surrender. I jumped into the driver's seat to start the engine, but Jason blocked the front, ripping open the hood and tearing the cables out with his bare hands. Just then, a police officer appeared, thinking Jason was trying to steal the car, and slammed into the ground. Jason yelled it was his car, accusing me of being his boss. I stuck my head out the window and shouted, I'd seen him the night before, selling this car to an old man for 20 grand, then driving off without paying enough. I was only trying to help the man get his money back, realizing he was exposed. Jason pulled out $10,000. He arrived at the top, to my shop, the top of the cash, and ordered me out of the car. I obeyed, but the moment Jason reached for me, the officer suddenly grabbed me and said firmly, Jason, you're under arrest for falling right. To escape Jason's pursuit, I switched clothes in a flash, quick and smooth like a magic trick. As I passed an old woman, I tore off her scarf and wrapped it.
You're pretending your dad was just in court. Don't walk around cell phone looking this crazy. Trench coat button to the top. And you ballerina.
This show for me is just so nostalgic because it takes me back. It takes me back to a time when I watched countless hours.
Okay, guys. It's gonna be it for tonight, unless I start again streaming soon. Thank you to all 0 of you who watched. Bye.